Fellow coffee people, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And today we start the journey of telling stories and educating people about coffee. We shall be having different people from different areas of coffee in the coffee chain, telling stories and educating us. So join me, Harun M. Thiongo, or if you like, Coffista, as I take you through this magical journey of coffee from farm to cup. Welcome. Hello, coffee people. Welcome yet again on another episode whereby we're going to be talking about roasting. And today I'm graced, or should I say privileged, to be hosting one of the greatest roaster we have in Africa. And he's going to tell us more about his journey, how he started roasting, and how he started his roastery cafe in Poland. And let's all clap our hands together to welcome Mr. Rafael. Welcome.
Thank you.
Kindly reintroduce yourself.
First of all, I like the way you said the greater roaster in Africa.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're getting there. You're getting there. You're getting there, Mr. Rafael.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Reintroduce yourself.
Well, my name is Rafael.
Sure.
So we own this brand called Sacred Mill.
Sure.
I co-founded with my partner Grishma.
Okay.
So we started this in Poland,
Yeah, sure.
in 2019.
Okay.
And last year we moved to Kenya with the intention of doing a little bit more with the coffee
Sure.
than just a cafe.
Okay.
So here we are, 1 year into the coffee.
To the business.
The business, yeah.
Now, you do roasting or just a cafe?
We do both, actually.
Okay.
So we started the cafe in Poland.
Okay.
And then I learned roasting under two world roasting champions,
Okay.
Mr. Auden and Matt.
Okay.
So I worked with them for 2 years.
Sure.
And once we felt that, okay, I can roast now,
Sure.
we opened a roastery and bought my first machine from Gießen. Yeah.
So you were into coffee
We were into coffee, yes.
before?
So, okay, a little bit about us. So
Okay.
we, both me and my partner, Grishma.
Okay.
So we were working in Dubai, corporates. We were corporates.
Okay.
But we always wanted to do something on our own.
Ah.
To be very honest, coffee was not planned. It was an
Okay.
accident.
So it's the love that found you.
Yes. We knew we wanted to do something with food.
Okay.
But coffee was not the plan. So it was just an accident, coincidence, I would say. We came to Kenya, we met some people from fair trade.
Sure.
So they took us to the coffee farm and we were like, okay, you know what? We want to do something agricultural. So we bought some 20 bags, air freighted all the way to Poland. And we rented a car. I still remember that was in 2019. We drove all the country with the rented car.
Poland.
Yes, in Poland, giving samples to all the roasters. We didn't know language. We didn't speak Polish. It was we didn't even have a company at that point. So everything was a figured out thing.
This was
And
2019, yeah?
2019.
End of the 2019?
Yes, towards like November, December 2019.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then at what point now did you start now the Sacred?
So we sold the bags and
Okay.
we had some money left. So, but not enough to air freight again or wait for another season.
Sure.
So we wanted to do something more into coffee since we love design and
Yeah.
brand. So like I said in the beginning, we wanted to do something food related.
Yes.
So my partner Grishma, she suggested, why don't we open a cafe? Like it's easy. We have that much money.
So you already had sold the 20 bags that
Yes.
you
Yes. So we wanted to do something after that. And that's how Sacred Mill came into the world.
had. Nice.
Simple, design-focused cafe lifestyle. That was the idea. So we opened our doors in 2020, Feb. And
2020 Feb.
Yes. And
Where
March,
COVID came.
Yes. And March, COVID came in and we had to temporarily shut it down. For almost 2 years, we were on takeaway mode. Europe was pretty strict in these things.
Yeah, sure.
And people didn't know us. We really tried to do our best, but it was some of the hard times we had.
Okay.
But somehow we managed, and 2023 beginning, it was good. We started working.
Sure.
I started roasting around like 2023. We opened a roastery, and the whole ultimate goal.
So you have already opened the cafe. Now
Yes.
you're getting into roasting.
Yes. So we opened the cafe. We were buying coffees from the local roasters, right? So
In Poland?
Yeah, in Poland.
Okay.
Yeah, like a normal local cafe.
Okay.
We were working with roasters across Poland.
Okay.
But we always wanted our own brand, and we've already dealt with green coffee, so
Sure,
we
sure,
wanted
sure.
to do something on our own.
Okay.
So the person, his name is Auden. He's a Norwegian man based in Poland, and I asked him, like, can I work with you for like some time so that you can teach me roasting for free? I can work for free, so you can teach me roasting. He was like, okay, that's fine. And then I started roasting for like 6 to 1 year. It took us 6 to 1 year.
Nice.
And he was like, you know what, now you're ready. I was like, okay. honestly wanted to kick me out. So it was like, okay, now you have to go. Yeah. So I decided, okay, you know what, it's time to open a roastery. So we had some
Nice.
saved up money.
Okay.
We bought a small 6 kilo Gießen.
Nice.
The reason why I am focusing on Gießen is it's one of the sustainable machines I've ever roasted with. You can control the airflow, you can control the wastage, you can control the
a lot
of elements.
Yeah.
So we bought that and we took a small space. We started roasting. The first coffee was Kenya though. The first coffee my machine ever had was Kenyan coffee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kenyan coffee is well known in abroad.
Yes, very much.
Now, before we get into it, for those who don't know, what's roasting?
So roasting essentially for me is an element of converting the seeds into something much better than a green coffee, which is very grassy and green, yeah? So it's not just about putting something in the machine and heating it up and bringing it out. Every coffee has a different story to say. That's why we call it specialty coffee, yeah?
Okay.
So essentially, Kenyan coffee grown in high altitude is very fruity by nature. But if you want to take that element from that coffee, you need to know how to roast the coffee. Like when I say roast the coffee, there are different energy levels, airflow, everything affects. There's some science behind this. I mean, I don't want to get into a lot of science. People don't, your show's going to get very boring. But there is a development phase where the coffee is in the machine. So that's how you control it. And we roast at Sacred Mill very lightly. So if the green coffee is bad, our coffee is going to be bad. I can't change it. So we try to, we don't want to impose flavors into the coffee. We really want to see what coffee has, or let coffee speaks itself. So we try to manage that. Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off. Huh? And we do have specialty roasting and commercial roasting.
Yes.
What's the difference between the two? You said about the specialty roasting. What's the difference between the two?
Commercial roasting, for me, it's about bulk quantity, right? So a customer who'd like to drink the same dark coffee every day, and I'm not saying dark coffee is bad. Dark coffee is great for some people. I enjoy some dark coffee. So customers would like to have a very consistent coffee from the shelf, from a store-bought coffees, where at one batch you're looking at roasting 120 kilos to 200 kilos per batch. We roast from 6 kilos to 12 kilos. So every roast for us is important.
You're very keen to detail.
Yes, most, not just me, most of the specialty coffee roasters, we don't own like 100 kilo roasters. We own like 12 kilo batch roasters. Why? Because we'd like to control micro batch wise. But commercial roasts, they have the same coffee bought without traceability, transparency. They don't really want to know that. So they just buy coffee which are cheap, and they roast it like a big batch and put it in a store. So for them, profile is not important. Quantity is important. For us, profile and quality, both are very important.
Yeah. Now you told me you opened Sacred Roastery in Poland. Why Sacred? What's the story behind Sacred?
To be very honest, as we've just discussed before the show, it's an accidental name. The brand is an accidental, the name is accidental. We wanted to create a space which is very sacred for us. Right, like where you work more with coffee, where coffee comes with transparency, where you help your farmers, or you pay a little bit more premium than the regular market price. So it's a sacred space for us. Right, and mill is obviously a mill where the coffee is produced. So both together we did Sacred Mill. It's as simple as that. There's no other story behind it.
And who is Grishma?
Grishma is my partner. So we co-founded this together. And everything is done by both of us.
So you've been moving with her
from
so
Dubai we met
Poland.
in Glasgow when we were doing masters. And from there we moved to Dubai. And we were working in 2 different companies. So we decided, you know what, let's just not make so much money. Let's struggle a little bit and get out of this job. And that's how we got into coffee.
What were some of the challenges you faced in Poland?
Language. Yes. So Poland, any European countries, if you go and if you don't speak the local language, I would say it would be one of the hardest things to run a business, especially front-facing business where you're facing your customers every day. And one of the biggest challenges we faced was the language. And when we went to Poland, the specialty cafe scene there is still emerging. Right, it was not like the Copenhagen or the Nordic countries. Poland was still emerging as a cafe scene. So for us, getting accepted there was one thing, or trying to figure out ourselves where to take us next was another thing. So those were the challenges we faced.
And how did you face them, and how did you come up?
Well, COVID gave us time to think about it. So we were home facing it. 2 years down the line, we understood what we need to improve
Yeah, sure.
and where we should focus. So Sacred Mill was born. So and then we slowly started learning Polish a little bit.
Okay.
We still don't speak fluently,
But at least you know how.
yes. So we still do trading there.
Sure.
So we still send Kenyan coffee.
Okay.
We also have a small cafe there. We closed up our roastery and we moved fully back to Nairobi.
How did you get now to that transition of coming to Kenya?
Well, the whole thing started at the origin, right? For us, coffee found us. So we were not like where everything was written
Sure.
in a book. Everything happened for us instantly, right? So we came to Kenya, we found coffee, and we moved to Europe, we sold that. So
Okay.
the whole ultimate plan was to come back to the origin where everything started,
Sure.
essentially getting into production of these coffees. Like now, instead of buying or becoming a buyer, we'd like to produce the coffees. Like meaning leasing a washing station, buy cherries, teach the farmers to pick the right cherries, do some other experiment. I'm pretty sure you are aware of the other coffee processes in the
Yeah,
industry.
sure.
What's
sure,
your favorite?
I go with carbonic macellation.
Why?
Because of the whole fermentation,
The processes.
the process
Yes.
itself.
See, so
So because we were well known for washed and natural,
Yes,
but now
exactly.
the experimental processes are getting into it, and I love different stuff.
Yes,
I explore
yes,
different
yes.
stuff.
See,
And-
exactly, the world needs that now. You see, Kenya
Yeah.
is known for the washed, which
Sure.
is great. People
Sure,
still
sure,
love
sure,
the great, we call it the great Kenyan back in Europe, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but people now want to see something a bit more from Kenya. Like Kenya has never done natural processed coffees.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't do a lot of washed coffees. If you come to our retails here or Poland, we
Yeah.
always do naturals. Like 95% of our coffees are always naturally processed.
Nice.
Yeah. So we wanted to expand that a bit more
Okay.
and try to understand if we are able to get into more processes. So I'm pretty sure you've tasted one of our coffees recently from
Yeah, sure,
Martin.
sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Ngacha.
Gotcha.
So Ngacha for me is the guy.
Before we get even
Yeah.
actually to gacha, what's your approach of sourcing coffee?
What's my? I'm sorry.
Your approach of sourcing coffee.
Okay, so sourcing coffee for us is usually direct trade.
Okay.
So we literally go to different farms and we try to trace back where we can buy these coffees from. So Kenya has a lot of regulations, which
Yeah,
is
sure.
a great thing.
Okay.
The Kenyan government has made sure that you can't just come from somewhere and buy coffees and go.
Sure.
So you need to follow certain levels of processes.
Okay.
So we try to identify the farms and we try to work with farmers who still grows SLs. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons we feel the quality is there. Because the other varietals, I don't know if you want me to go varietal ways. There's
Yeah, get into it. They need to know.
they're
about
gonna just flip it.
get into it.
So we work with SLs,
Okay.
right? The great original Kenyan varietal, SL
Okay.
28 and 34 when it started. So it's very hard to maintain these
Yeah, sure,
crops,
sure,
right?
sure.
But these crops come with a lot of jam-packed fruits in it,
Okay.
especially high altitude grown, like
Sure, sure,
Kirinyaga,
sure.
Nyeri, above 1900. We
Yeah.
try to source them. And we know those farmers are not also very lacking because people who grow SLs can actually take care of their farm. It's one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
hardest things to do. So we try to identify them, which we work with 8 to 10 farmers.
Okay.
And we try to trace back to, we make a direct contract with a company back in Poland.
Okay.
And we just use a warehouse and ship it out. So that's the only thing we do. We don't work with auction. We don't work with traders
Okay.
or marketers. It's direct from the farm.
Now, I've been seeing lately you've been working with gacha.
Yeah.
Why gacha?
So one of the reasons, like I told you, we came back to Kenya to do processes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Ngacha is someone who actually is a self-educated man. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
self-made, self-educated.
Self-aware. He taught everything by
Producer.
himself. So he currently does black honey, which
Sure.
is one of the best, and he also does anaerobic without oxygen.
Sure.
We met him in the beginning of the year. We told him like we'd like to get into processing. Can we lease a small space? So he gave us a small space on his farm. So
Awesome.
we have drying beds there
Okay.
as a company, and then we buy cherries through
Sure.
him, and we do our processing. And he's teaching us currently how to do different processing with the Kenyan coffee. So that's the reason we worked with Ngacha. So our coffee is going to be releasing this next month. So
Nice.
we're doing, okay. this is something we haven't informed. So we're doing something called blueberry fermentation. So literal blue. We would like to work with Kenyan local grown
This is
fruits.
another process?
Yes. So essentially, you literally crush blueberries. You make a jam out of it, and you put it with the coffee cherries without
Oh.
oxygen for like more than a week, controlling the sugar level, which is the Brix, and the acidity, which is pH.
Okay.
And once that is sorted, you take it out and you dry it like regular coffee drying on the beds, and then you do a sample roasting, which we are doing tomorrow.
Awesome.
And we'll see if we can bring out something better. So
Nice.
that's the whole idea. So we're doing something with Ngacha.
And how do you maintain consistency and creativity in roasting?
Roasting for me is it's all about consistency. Like for
Okay.
me, I always tell my team, if you're doing bad coffee, make sure you do bad coffee every day. So
Nice one.
yes, so we always try to maintain that. Like for us, consistency, even our customers. I mean, from day one, I would proudly say, even if you're serving 10 customers today, the 10 customers have been coming back every day. So because of a consistent coffee. So for us, consistency is the key.
Sure.
Yeah.
How would you describe your philosophy roasting? What's your uniqueness in roasting?
I don't believe we are unique, but what I'd like to tell you is that we try to roast coffee in a way that coffee can express itself. Like I said, if the green coffee is not picked well,
Sure.
so our coffee roasting starts at the farm. If the person who's picking the coffee is not picked well, our coffee is
Sure.
going to turn out bad for sure. Of course, we
Yeah.
try to cup it before we buy or source it, but then it all depends on the person from the day one. That's what we call specialty, right?
Yeah.
It starts from the farm level where someone is picking the coffee right.
Yeah,
You
sure.
get the end cup right.
Yeah,
so
sure,
for me, one of the uniqueness I feel about our coffee roasting is we follow something called Nordic roasting style, which was learned from my Norwegian mentor.
Yeah.
So this coffee is roasted very lightly,
Sure.
and it's developed and it's very bright.
And
with
when
a
you
lot
say
of heat.
very lightly, do you mean
Color,
color is
Color.
very light?
yes. So
The Arabic way, or
I'm sorry, which way?
the Arabic way, Arabic coffee, or how light is light?
So we have something called color, right? The color meter.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
So everyone uses the color meter.
Yeah.
For us, usually most of the roasters filter would be our espresso. If you it's brown in color, of course, but
Yes.
we try to do it tend to very very light, but fully developed. Meaning we put that sort of heat, but take the coffee right at the time that is not getting burnt or dark.
I
So
get
that's
it.
the whole
I get it.
uniqueness
I get
we
it.
follow. I don't
get
think
it.
we are very unique in that way. Everyone is good at their roasting.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone has a style. Everyone likes different coffees.
Sure,
but
sure.
we tend to be consistent in that way. Yeah.
Since you've been traveling in different countries in Africa, which origin really surprised you in terms of flavors?
If my partner was here, she would say Ethiopia. So she has been killing me to buy Ethiopian coffees for the last 1 year, because that is one coffee which actually opened our eyes in terms of flavors. Because Kenyan coffee is amazing. It's great, right?
Yeah, sure,
But
sure.
Ethiopia, if you go to different regions, it gives you different types of coffees, different sizes of coffees. Yeah. And so for me, one of the best coffees that we both have ever tasted was from Ethiopia.
From Ethiopia?
Yeah.
Which process?
Natural process
Natural
from a
process.
Guji region, yeah. Yeah.
How do you see Kenyan market right now? Are they
In terms of?
appreciating coffee?
Honestly, when we started Sacred Mill,
Yeah.
in the beginning it was just milk beverages. So we only see customers or our guests come in just to meet like this, to have and coffees was just a medium.
Yeah, sure.
1 year down the line, we sell 35 to 40% black coffees, and our bags sale have increased, and right now people want to actually be transparent about quality.
Yeah.
Like I have a customer who comes in and tells me, when do you roast this? When was the roast date? When was the date of roasting? So people want to know, what do you mean by variety?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I'm very impressed by the Kenyan residents or people that they actually want to know where this coffee is coming from. They want to know what they're drinking.
Compared to Europe and Africa, how do you see coffee evolving?
So Europe, to be very honest, it's always been a bit forward, yeah?
Yeah.
So Europe, because the way it's connected, there's so many origins coming into Europe. So people are known to drink black coffees. People are known to understand more about coffees than us,
Sure.
than Kenyans. But, than Africans. But right now, because the way we are bringing in, we have the most amazing farmers and producers in Africa.
Yeah, sure.
Because of that reason, people are now getting to know more than just a regular washed coffee.
Yeah.
Right. So people every day are getting to taste different coffees, different understandings. So they are curious to try more things. And we have some amazing cafes in Nairobi.
Sure.
So everyone's selling black coffee. So I feel like Africa is going to a level where it was not before.
Yeah.
But it still needs some time. But I'm really happy the way it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which trend do you see will come and change the next level of Africa?
Which trend as in?
Like, which trend? Right now we are having digital things that are coming up. What do you think will come and change or revolutionize the whole scene of
Revolutionize,
coffee?
huh?
Yes.
Like that. I would say Africa, in terms of Africa, first of all,
Yeah.
we probably have some of the most amazing processed coffees, and people are really drinking it. I was even scared to the fact that if you do something different than the regular coffee, you might not even sell it. Right? So now we know to a point where the guests can accept something different.
Okay.
So we are there now. So now if you bring in a little bit of technology in terms of vending machines or in terms of places where people can actually understand more about the process when you drink this coffee, I feel like in the next 5 years, we could be close to Europe.
Really?
The amount of people who are also coming into Kenya,
Yeah,
for example.
sure.
Like we have expats, we have people who wants to do more about understand.
Sure,
and
sure, sure.
coffee shops have become second home now in Africa.
Yes.
In the beginning, it was not the case. If you remember when we were kids, it was
Yeah.
people don't even go to
They
the
never
cafe.
even went
Yeah,
to
right now
cafes.
people know coffee. People understand. Oh, there's Sacred Mill, there's Spring Valley, there's lot of other people. So I'm really happy the way it's going. So hopefully next 5 years we would be doing close to Europe.
Oh, nice. Since 2019, how have you been maintaining sustainability?
Sustainability for Sacred Mill
Yeah.
is simply, it starts from the roasting like I mentioned. So we try to reduce the wastage when it comes to roasting coffee.
Yeah.
We try to reuse most of the shafts, the waste of the coffee after roasting,
Okay.
and tend to use machines which use less electricity. So for example, we use electric machine than the gas. The Gießen we bought first time was electric machine. So it takes less consumption and gives you more product.
So still roasted in Poland, then you import here in Kenya?
No, in the
you have it
beginning that
over
was
here?
the case. Currently, I work with a friend of mine where I go and roast myself.
Okay.
But in the beginning, we were doing that when we opened the place.
Okay.
So in terms of sustainability for Sacred Mill, it simply means that we are trying to avoid so many wastage in terms of roasting coffee.
Sure.
Or use something which is recyclable. And even if you're getting into production, we make sure that we are doing something more than just wasting a byproduct.
Sure.
So that's where we are now. And since I've told you, we're not experts in a lot of things, we're still trying to understand every day.
Yeah.
We're taking things every day as it comes.
Okay.
We try to improve things on that.
Now, when I was doing some research on your brand, Sacred Mill,
Yeah.
you don't really look like you're advertising coffee. You have a different cultural move or advertisement way. You're too born to culture, aesthetics. Would you explain us your voice of your brand?
Do you like it?
I like it. It's very unique.
I think that says it all, right? Do you want me to still explain it?
You don't force it on my face.
So, like my partner says, Grishma
Yeah.
always says, I don't want Sacred Mill to be like a coffee roasted brand, like where
Yeah.
people come and have coffee. She always says it's like a lifestyle, right? So we want to portray the brand as a lifestyle. We don't, I mean, obviously if you're a cafe, you're going to sell coffee, but you don't want to say that.
Yeah, sure.
So we would like to get closer to our guests. We want people to align with the brand in a way that, okay, you know what? I'm associated with Sacred Mill. I want to come there every day, not just for coffee, but for everything else.
Sure.
Yeah. So that was the whole reason we got into lifestyle. So even if you check our advertising, we don't show where the coffee is ground in a cinematic way. It's put in a V60 or a pour over. No, we wanna create a character for the coffee. So most of the people, you see them dancing or you see a rebel way of defending. Like we have a brand called Notorious. Notorious has nothing to do with Sacred. So it's a rebellious product.
Yeah.
So we try to showcase like groups. We call our team Army of Sacred Mill. That's what we call our employees. So we want to have that bold association with the brand.
Nice one.
Even if you see our logo, it's a bull with the Kenyan tribal cuts in it. So the whole thing is to express the boldness. Anything other than coffee. That's what we say. Anything other than coffee as an advertising.
Now, for you, how do you connect with your customers?
When you say connect, what would you mean?
I mean, usually over there at cafe, are you present to your customer? Are you telling stories to your customer? How do they connect to the brand now in terms of physical appearance?
In the beginning, when we started the brand, so we actually had a dedicated team
Okay.
just to explain to the guests like who we are,
Okay.
what kind of coffees. When you say, if you check our coffee labels, it has varietals, cup score,
Yeah.
process. So people ask, people are curious, what is
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Because in Kenya, what they've seen is like blends, or they would say dark roast, light
Sure,
roast,
sure.
gourmet roast. So they don't know what filter roast is, espresso roast is,
Sure,
right?
sure,
So
sure.
we would try to tend that differentiation to tell them, okay, this is this, this is that.
Sure.
But then as 6 months went by, the cafe became a bit more heavy on traffic.
Yeah.
So currently we try to manage by someone comes in. Obviously we don't do workshops. We haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
But we'd like to get into all that. But currently we try to explain the way we can. And
Sure,
me
sure.
and my partner, we are 70% present there.
Uh-huh.
So connecting to this, most of the people ask us, where is the second unit? Right? Because you're 1 year old.
Yeah.
You'd like to open. So one of the reasons is that, like, we don't want to get the element of the way that we are not there present. Like, we want to do something small.
Sure.
You rather serve 10 customers, but you serve them good. That they see you. We can hear your
Yes.
complaints. We
Sure,
can hear
sure,
improvement
sure.
requests. But if you open another one, like every day,
Quickly.
yeah, it is, we feel, I mean, maybe we're not good in business, not sure, but we feel that it is going to sacrifice or compromise the quality we offer right now. So until we have a team ready for the expansion,
Sure.
that's the whole idea of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you keep motivating your staff, your employees, as an owner now? Now you've been in the business now maybe 3 years, 4 years?
You mean locally? Oh,
Yeah, locally over here.
1 year. We're 1 year old in Kenya.
Okay.
Motivating the staff,
Yeah.
other than we're paying them.
Other than
Essentially, right?
Yeah.
In our, I'm not sure if this explains that, but for us, even everyone in our hierarchy level, everyone knows everything about us. Like, it's not like the manager is restricted to certain things, or the kitchen team or the bar team. Everyone knows everything. So you ask anyone there about Sacred Mill, they know how to explain the coffee. So when you're launching something,
Sure.
we usually bring the producer. For example, Martin met all our team, like
the producer.
the producer.
Gotcha.
Yes, including the person who's behind, like a steward. Even
Yeah.
they met Martin. So everyone knows everything, right? So you go tomorrow to Sacred Mill, you ask something, everyone knows everything. So that's one thing that people know, that we're not someone who's like following a hierarchy. For example,
Yeah.
we are with the team. We go out with the team. We do everything as a team at Sacred Mill.
Nice one.
So that's go on.
Which advice would you give new entrepreneurs who are getting into coffee? Or now, since you have been into coffee industry, what would you give advice to new people who are getting into coffee? I would really want to know
Don't
that.
do it. So Grishma has promised me that I'd never say that. So I've told you officially. But advice is, coffee tends to look very simple from outside.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
So you feel like I can do everything. I can get into a coffee shop. I can be a producer. I can be a roaster. I can be an exporter, trader. If you don't know your focus, it's going to be very slow in progress.
Sure.
And we are one of the living examples. We do all things coffee, right? So for us, we are trying to now divide what's more priority for us, right? Because we do all things coffee. So that's one thing you shouldn't do. If you're doing something in coffee, make sure that you're focused on something. Like if you like roasting, focus on it. If you like cafes, focus on it.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's my advice. Don't get into everything coffee. Focus.
Now, you've been into African coffee scene, like in different countries. What are some of the countries have you traveled?
In Africa?
Yeah, in Africa.
Well, we've been to Kenya, Ethiopia, Burundi, Uganda, Rwanda. That's it.
What are they seeing over there? Like, what really opened your eyes?
For coffee, in terms of coffee?
Yes, and some of the challenges that you faced. The other day when we were talking about this podcast, you told me you were in Burundi.
Yes.
And some of the challenges that you faced over there, they were crazy.
Yes, so Burundi, I don't want to say that I don't want to put it in a way that Burundi is not good.
Yeah.
I will just tell you the facts.
Sure.
Burundi coffee is one of the greatest coffees I've ever tasted.
Yeah, okay.
Right? They have their plants, varietals are very nice.
Sure.
But the country has so many challenges. Like there's no fuel in the country. So if you're planning a trip, you'd like to go to a farm, you need to book the fuel and all in advance. And that's a black market fuel.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's no electricity. It goes and comes. So especially for washing stations which run on electricity,
Sure.
it's one of the hardest things to do. And getting the coffee out is a bit delayed. Like you would need to add 3 months to your logistics shipping plan
Whoa.
to get the coffee out to Europe. But they have one of the amazing coffees.
What
in
about
Eastern.
Uganda?
Uganda is improving.
Okay.
Uganda has a place called Mbale where most of the coffees are grown.
Yeah.
Uh,
Robusta?
They have
Oh.
Robusta. We don't deal with Robusta, so I'm not sure how the market is, but I've heard they
Okay.
have some nice Robustas.
Yeah.
I've never tasted it. Yeah.
Over there.
So we deal in Arabica. So the people who we know,
Okay.
there are some nice people, but we work with 2 farms there. But the scene in Uganda is that it's not regulated like Kenya. So you invest in the coffee business, but tomorrow it can't be yours. Like if you go, it's not the same thing what you've seen like the way you were before. So the things change every day
In Uganda?
in Uganda.
Okay.
I mean, in East Africa, the most regulated country is Kenya. Like
Ah.
here, you know as a buyer where to go, what to buy. Uganda is all over the place. But again, we don't work really well with a lot of coffees in Uganda. We work with 2 farms. But maybe someone who's focused on Ugandan coffees might have a better way of taking it out. Yeah.
In your coffee shop, do you have Ugandan
Yes,
coffee?
we had. It's sold out, but we used to have Ugandan
Ethiopia?
coffee.
You're
No.
working on it.
Working on it. So Ethiopia would not let you bring coffee to another origin.
Okay.
So if you can go and you can value add it by roasting at someone's facility and ship it as a roasted coffee, but you can't bring in green coffee to Kenya.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
they don't let you deal with Kenya unless you have an EPZ, a company in export processing zone.
Okay.
But you still can't use it locally. You can't consume it. Yeah.
Rwanda?
Yes, Rwanda Rwanda is our second best origin we work with. We have a
Okay.
washing station in a place called Nyamasheka,
Uh-huh.
and we can bring in coffee. We roast. We have Rwanda going right now. We have a
Oh.
Rwanda. I think it's sold out. It's called Red Rum. We used to have an espresso, but it'll come back in 2 weeks' time
Okay.
to our shelf. Yeah.
Now, since we have talked about the African scene, what do you envision about coffee in Africa?
Envision coffee in Africa is
Yeah.
that in terms of quality, green coffee, roasted coffee. What do you mean? Like or
Let's say green coffee in general.
Okay. see.
Green coffee, roasted, and even the consumption itself.
Okay, so for me, as per my knowledge, yeah, I mean, what I feel is that South Americans have a better way of processing coffees, right? They have a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
They invest so much time and money in it.
Yeah, sure.
And the new generation really wants to get into coffee there. One of the issues I've seen facing in Africa is that, first of all, we don't have that many equipment. When I say equipment for processing, washing, sorting facilities, we still hand sort. If you go
Yes.
to most of the cooperative, we still hand sort. There are some warehouses who does it, but it's still a hand sorted thing. And second, the new generation, like the farmers' kids, don't want to get into coffee because they don't see that much money in it, right?
Okay.
So I think if you improve that sort of way that the farmers are paid a bit more premium and ensure that you get more paid, the coffee will be sustainable in Africa. And we are a bit backward in terms of South American coffees, but
Okay.
I have hope in this region.
Now, you as Rafael, which legacy do you want to leave in the global market?
Legacy, eh?
Yeah, you're into it right now. You stop working in corporate now. In this coffee scene, which
You know,
legacy
you're
do
talking to me as if I'm this one of these big. It's just
You're
two of
big. You're
it's just
big.
two of us, me and my partner. We're trying to start struggling every day to run a business. I'm not even sure if I've thought about legacy.
But in future, maybe you come and you have you have a vision into it.
Okay, I would say legacy is that if I'm able to serve your grandkids the coffee,
Yeah.
and they come and they have the same coffee which you tasted, I would say, you know what? Yes, we've done something.
Wow.
Yes. It's not wow, this is what I feel, which can be doable.
Nice one, nice
Yeah.
one. Now, because now we are getting into it, you have been working on some project,
Yeah.
and we are about to wind up actually. what are some of the projects that your customer or people who are following you that are awaiting? Some of the things that you can tell now, we are working on these and we are about to surprise you.
Okay, it's not a surprise. Immediately, we are working on a roastery, so both our machines are here.
Okay.
So we've purchased
The
two
Gisha from
machines.
Poland?
No, Poland. I told you all the things are being moved
Okay.
to Kenya.
Okay.
So we've just bought another new machine.
Okay.
So both are coming. So like in about another month, we'll officially open doors to our roastery here
Sure.
in Nairobi.
Sure.
And we'd like to open wholesale as well. That's one of the plans. Hopefully people still like our coffee and they like to buy from us. So we
Okay.
like to supply to other hospitality business. That's one of the things we're focusing on.
Okay.
And also we would be introducing newly processed green coffees to other roasters
Whoa.
in the market.
Nice one.
Yeah, so that was the plan. That's the plan.
So we shall be getting even Ethiopian coffee?
I'm not
Ugandan coffee
sure.
over
Ugandan,
here from
Rwanda,
Sacred Mill?
Burundi for sure.
Green beans.
Green beans.
Okay.
But Ethiopia, I'm not sure. I'd love to do that,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if we are able to do it right away. Yeah.
Ah.
But the other three East Africas, like Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, Kenya, we'd like to offer as roasted and greens to the other roasters and hospitality.
Sure, sure, sure.
If everything goes well. Fingers
Okay.
crossed.
Thank you so much. Do you have anything that you can tell our
Now,
followers?
give him more views, please.
Anyway,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And coffee is a philosophy that usually change every time with trends and so many things. And I'm looking forward to see more projects. I'm looking forward to see the growth in Africa on coffee scene. And I really appreciate and looking forward for great heights with you.
Thank you for calling us.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Keep subscribing and see you around for the next episode.